Welcome to Sweet Independence. Today we're going to be talking with Brooke, owner of Brows by B, and we're going to talk with her about boundaries, branding, and how that creates an exceptional customer experience. Welcome to Sweet Independence, the podcast for beauty professionals ready to build the business of their dreams. I'm Kristen Kinzel, founder of Utopia Modern Salon Suites. With 34 years in this industry, I've seen firsthand the power of independence and community. We'll ditch the stress, unlock your potential, and give you the clarity and confidence to thrive. Get ready to transform your career and build the fulfilling life you deserve. Your flourishing future starts now. Welcome back to Sweet Independence. Today we get to talk with Brooke, owner of Brows by B and the Brow Battalion. Thank you for being with us here in your beautiful suite at our Tyler Point location.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
So tell us how you ended up here at this location and how you ended up opening your second suite at this location.
Yes, so I started Brows by B about 9 years ago. I was working out of a little salon in Mays. Before that, I worked at the Benefit Brow Bar. So it's been a journey, I will say that. I've been a few stepping stones till I got here, but I'm happy to be where I am now. I feel like it's been a really great opportunity. But I started at a salon. I worked there for about 2 years before I moved on to Sola Salons, which is kind of like a suite just like this, just up the street. And I was there for about 5 years before I decided to come to Utopia.
Were you doing brows, or were you an esthetician doing everything?
So I started out doing everything. I did wedding makeup, surprisingly. I've done brows, body waxing, and a little bit of everything. I think that was my biggest thing, was trying to find what I loved, and brows became that for me. So I decided to niche down. So I've been niching down for about 6 years now. And brows is all I do. So
when did you start Brows by B as your brand name?
Brows by B started in 2017 after I left Benefit. I saw a kind of opening for brows in the world. I feel like not a lot of people understood you just go and get your brows done at a place that just strictly does brows. So I think it was just one of those things for me that I wanted people to understand that brows can be an experience, and it can be something where you don't feel like you're going to go somewhere and get your brows ripped off. It's just somewhere you can go, and it's just a really fun experience. So
there's a lot of confidence in seeing someone for your brows who only does that.
Yes. I've built clients that have seen me since I worked at Benefit, which I think is crazy. I still see them to this day. It's just something that has stuck with me, and brows are just my thing, so.
Well, I know that the students and professional estheticians who know of you are very inspired by you. And so tell us a little bit about what got you from there to here, because I think sometimes we assume it's been easy and you're just good at brows, and here you are opening your second suite, launching Brow Battalion, and it's just been a cakewalk. Tell us what got you here.
Yes, I think it's funny you said that, because I've had a few girls in the industry reach out, be like, you're always doing something new. I feel like I always am, but I feel like that's the biggest thing for me I've noticed is I'm content with what I have, but I feel like I've always wanted to do more. I feel like I'm always needing to do more. And whether that's with services, having the best products on the market, or creating those products, I feel like that's been the thing for me, that I want to create that space for other estheticians or cosmetologists to where they can come and feel like they have a place that they can learn, kind of have that experience. So that's been the biggest thing for me, is creating that, I think, because I never had that drive, I guess I've and the grit that I've had all these years. I'm constantly working no matter what I'm doing. Even if I'm not at the salon, I'm always working, even if it's on my computer in my office at home, or brainstorming a new product or idea. I feel like I'm always doing something, and not a lot of people have that, I feel like. So
you and I have that in common. We've shared about that with each other, that we are content, but we're really never content. We're always thinking about the next big thing.
Yes.
I could do this.
Yeah, my brain is constantly spinning. Like, I always have something exciting. I actually just started on new limited edition products. I guess it's out in the world now, but I'm working on products for the holiday season now. So to get those out for other estheticians and stuff. So I'm excited about that.
So tell us a story about what it was like when you started and you were trying to just build a clientele. Before you even knew you wanted to be a brow specialist, tell us the story about how you had to work after school, after you graduated from school.
Yeah. So even when I was in school, I was serving. I actually worked at Bricktown Brewery. I would go to school 9 to 5, and then I would go and serve till 11 o'clock at night. I did that outside of school too. Once I graduated, building my clientele, I was serving in the mornings if I was working lunchtime, I would work like 5 to 9 every day at the salon, just trying to build clientele. I would literally work when anyone needed it. It didn't matter what the time was, I was working. I was constantly posting on social media. That was the biggest thing for me. Before and afters were huge. I feel like I was always posting. And I think that set me apart, especially when social media was getting big with everyone posting and stuff. So I think that's just what kind of made me just continue to build clientele and everything. But I did wedding makeup. I was at like wedding venues on the weekends. I was doing body waxing. I just did everything. But it comes to the point where you got to find what you like and what you want to like niche down to. So that's when I decided to do just brows.
How did you figure out that it was brows?
I think brows are a great moneymaker. I think it can be a quick service, but it's not a quick service. I think attention to detail is huge with brows, and I think I made that an experience when I had clients come in. They kind of knew that was like the thing that I like to do. And I mean, my title, Brows by B, I feel like I needed to niche down probably sooner than later, but yeah.
So you had your brand name before you went all brows?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, so my friends have always called me B. I think that's been the thing for me forever since being in high school and stuff. But I think when I was deciding to leave benefit and go and do my own thing, I was like, I have to have a name. Like, what's it going to be? So Brows by B came up. So I've just stuck with that, but I still did everything. But now my name obviously is all that I do now. So it just makes sense.
Talk to us about your branding. You are excellent at branding. How did you get excellent at branding? Everything, including your vehicle, is pink. I saw a video of you traveling with a pink suitcase. Talk to us about branding a little bit and how you figured out that that's part of what you needed to do to be this successful.
Yeah, so branding yourself is huge. I think that's with anything. And everyone knows me by pink. Everyone knows Brooke is pink. So whether I'm wearing it, I drive it, whatever I do, it always has pink in it. But I think branding, it sets you apart from anyone. I think if anyone's scrolling on Instagram or anything and they see that pink pop up, they know that it's me. And when it comes to marketing, it just comes natural to me. My mom's really great with marketing. She's an independent sales rep, and so she does all of her marketing and stuff too. So I think it's just one of those things that has just come so natural to me. I have an eye for it, just like I do brows. I don't know. It's just one of those things that's easy for me to kind of grab, and I have specific ideas that pop up, and I just kind of jumble it all together.
Well, I have to say your branding is so strong that I broke out my one and only pink shirt for today.
She did. I don't think I've ever seen Kristen wear pink.
Never. And every time I take a trip to the Goodwill, this always almost gets put in there. I don't know why I kept it, but maybe it was for today. So enjoy, because you'll never see it again.
I know.
But anyway, yes, you are very clear in your branding. When did you determine that you were ready to be able to leave serving and whatever other gigs you had going and go all in on your business?
Yes, that's a good question. I also was a cheer coach while on top of serving and working my business. So I feel like I did everything all at once. But I think what made me decide to really like come down and just do my business was it was either all or nothing. I like go into one thing or I don't. So I think I really decided to just niche down and do everything was when I just realized that I could literally make this my main focus and this is all that I was going to do. And I think that's when I really took off. That was around the time when the world was shutting down and things were happening. And I was like, I really have to just put my whole entire life on my business. And I did that. I mean, I was scared. I had no idea what I was doing. I really still don't know what I'm doing. I just kind of do it.
It's working.
But I think it just takes a certain amount of just love for what you do and passion everything like that, to really just give up everything else and just fully focus on my business.
So did you find that you took all of the energy you were pouring into serving and coaching cheer, you put that into your business? Did it work out the way you'd hoped?
Oh, absolutely. I think it made it even bigger. I think that's when anyone says like they're scared to give up something, I'm like, no, you need to go for it, because that's when you need to jump, and that's when you need to make those big decisions, and because it's going to be good regardless. I'm proof of that, I feel like.
So while it's true that when you're fresh out of school, as an esthetician or a hairdresser, you have to have another job while you're building your clientele and building your business. But there is a point, obviously, that you figured out when you have to drop those other jobs and put all of your energy into the business you're building. Was that terrifying, or did you have the confidence that it would work out for you?
It was terrifying. It was scary. I think at one point I was like, how am I going to make this work? But I think those hours that I was serving, I was putting towards my business, and I was able to really focus on my business and do what I needed to make my business grow. And I think it was giving up those jobs that made me grow.
Do you think you should have left those other jobs sooner?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I really think I should have. I mean, I'm almost 10 years into this. I think I was so burnt out on school that I decided to take some time off. But I think that year I should have just really jumped in and dived into brows and kind of done what I did. It's just different now. I think I've noticed that the market and the industry, the way that it is now, is so different from when I started. And I think that's kind of what I'm seeing now, and kind of like what I've struggled with, is that it's so much different, and you really do have to work towards it. And I just hope that a lot of people coming out of school now don't realize that they realize that it is a lot of work, and they have to put in the hours, and they have to do all the things to get to where you want to be.
So obviously you're well trained, you're very good at what you do, but what else is it that sets you apart from just your skill and your business mind?
Yeah, so I think I've created an experience with my services, and I've created a hype, I think, the biggest thing. A lot of my clients know, and new clients that are coming in, I create a hype with my services. So you have to be on at a certain day of the month, a certain time, to get you to be on my books. I've done that just to create a little bit of control with my schedule in my life.
I want you to tell us how that works, because I love what you do.
So this kind of came to me a few years ago, I think. I just wanted a little bit more control over my schedule and everything like that. I mean, I've worked the long hours, I've worked the Saturdays and done all of that. Well, now I work 4 days a week, and I'm doing trainings on the weekends and everything like that. So I wanted control over my schedule and to find just that excitement, instead of this isn't just like an everyday where you walk in and just get your brows waxed really quick. I wanted it to be just an excitement. Everyone knows when they walk in my room, it's always pink. It always smells like watermelon in here. That's my scent. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that I'm going to have drinks and snacks for you. Everyone knows that there's always going to be a spot for you on my schedule if you do book in advance. And I think I created that excitement and hype over that to make sure that, if I'm not on her schedule at this time, I'm not going to get an appointment with her. And I had wait lists, 50 plus on a wait list at all times. I was completely booked out for months.
Stressful.
And it is stressful, because it's like trying to get the clients in that are on your books, but also trying to figure out how you're going to make it work with all these people on a wait list. But I think that's just been the control over my schedule is the biggest thing, and being able to kind of create that experience to be like, oh, wow, I want to go see Brows by B for my brows.
You definitely do that well. So tell us how that works. What happens on the first of the month?
So the first of the month of every month, the following month will open. So for example, October 1st is when my November schedule just opened. So all clients know they can go on at the first of the month at noon, and my schedule launches, and they can go all book their appointments. So in our industry, we're taught, I think, to pre-book, and I do not do any pre-booking in my studio. The reason being, I think, is because this creates just this huge thing of cancellations. I would have a ton of cancellations the week of, because clients would forget they had an appointment. But I think giving my clients the control over their appointments and the times that they book, they know that's when they can make it, and they're not going to cancel. I really have very little cancellations anymore because of that. So
it works very well for you. I agree. I think pre-booking has pros and cons. I think it's great when you're building to ensure that you have a client coming in next time, next month. But I do think in order to grow, you have to figure out how to make room for new clients and scale your business.
Yes. And there's been a few times that I've had to completely stop taking new clients because I'm just so booked with my current clientele. But I'm at a time right now where I'm focusing on trainings and everything. I have completely gotten rid of evenings. So I only work until 5 now, which I've lost a few clients because of that. But it's just kind of growing pains. It is what it is. I miss them, but it makes room for new clients, and I'm able to kind of control that as well. So I can kind of set my schedule the way that I need it to be so I don't feel so overwhelmed because I've been there before. It's a lot as a business owner. So
I want to talk about trainings. That's a whole new adventure for you. And I also want to say that because of your busy schedule, I see one of your trainees for my brows, and I'm very confident she'll do a great job, which she always does. And she's fun to see and is creating the experience as well from what she's learned from you.
yes, it's been fun. Yes, I just recently, within the last 2 years, started doing trainings, and I just moved into my expansion room here at Utopia. So I'm very excited about that. We're sitting here right now. The space has been something I've needed to do. I think it was one of those things that the right time happened and I needed to just go for it. And that's how I've been with everything in my business. I just have to jump and go for it. So my trainings, I am focusing on just the techniques of brows. And basically, if you've been doing brows for 20 years or if you've only been in the industry for a year, I'm going to be there to help you every step of the way. So the trainings that I offer are private one-on-one trainings, and I do shadowings. So you can come in and watch how I do things, or you can spend about literally the whole day with me, and we just kind of dive deep into all the education, brow lamination 101, color theory, brow mapping, shaping, all my techniques that I've been doing over the years and how I do things and stuff like that. So that's been really, really fun for me, and to have a room that now kind of reflects that is awesome. So
It's
I'm
really
excited.
cool. It's
Yes.
big. Who is your ideal trainee? Who do you want to work with? Is it only estheticians? Are you willing to train other service providers who, like hairstylists who do some brow work, or who ideally do you want to work with?
Yeah, so for my private trainings, you do have to be licensed. So you either a licensed esthetician or a licensed cosmetologist. One of my trainings earlier this year, she was a licensed cosmetologist. She always did hair, and she decided to add on brow services too. So while her clients are processing hair, she does brows, which I thought was really cool.
So let's talk a little bit about how that changed her income potential.
Yeah, so add-ons. I think add-ons are huge.
Yeah.
Adding on any sort of like extra brow tint service to a hair color service is huge. Adding on just a quick little brow wax is easy, but I just think it just makes a huge difference in
It's
your
such
services.
an upgrade.
Yes,
I mean,
absolutely.
you're going to get your hair done anyway, get your eyebrows done at the same time by someone who's well trained, and I can't imagine that not being a huge hit.
Yes, yeah. So I think that's the difference between, I think licensed estheticians and cosmetologists is like you've learned the basics in school, but I think once you get out, you want to learn like from an experienced brow artist who does it every single day and gets to really like get in there and dive deep on all of the stuff, brows. So
I think a lot of people might wonder why you would train your competition.
okay.
Talk about that.
Yes, I think there's room for everyone. I've done networking events in the past, and I think that's been the biggest thing that I wanted to kind of step away from is I don't want there to feel like there's competition, because there's not. There's room for everyone. And someone who's been around doing brows for almost 10 years in Wichita, being one of the very first to really niche down and do brows, I feel like there's just room for everyone. The talent is out there, and I do demo classes at the schools all the time. So I see all of those girls coming out of school, and the talent in Wichita is unmatched. And it's been like that for a few years. And yeah, I mean, there's room for everyone. I mean, there's East Siders, there's West Siders, people travel from all over to just do brows. I really don't see it as competition at all. I mean, people are going to go to who they want to go to, and that is based on experience, who that person is, everything.
And unfortunately, you can't see everyone in Wichita.
No, not at all.
Not with your
Not at all.
perfect hours either. Well, I want to talk about the networking event you hosted. That's where I had the pleasure of meeting you. It was a great event. It was very pink,
Oh my gosh.
and it was very fun and well executed. And I just remember when I met you that day, I was so impressed by you and what you're doing, but I had no idea how much you had going on. And when we started to talk about opening a West Side location and you were interested, that was very exciting to me.
Oh my gosh, yes. Yeah, that was a fun day. Haley LeClaire with LeClaire Aesthetics is who I hosted that event with. And it, again, bleeding back on competition and community, that was an event for all of us estheticians and hairstylists to get to know each other and get to meet. Because I feel like all of us really communicate and like each other and follow each other on social media, but we never really got to actually meet. And I think that was the biggest thing for me, is that I wanted to see the faces that I see on social media all the time. But yes, we met that day, and I think I just saw an opportunity for the next step of my business, and that was Utopia. And so I was very excited to have that opportunity. So it's been good.
Would you consider doing a networking event again?
Yeah, absolutely. I think so. I think it'd be fun. I definitely think I've been wanting to get more involved with the community. Like, we just went to the Wichita Business Expo. There's upcoming events that I want to try and do. I want to grow my business more that way and kind of get my name out there, like with my face and stuff. So I would love to do that. If anyone wants to do that, yeah, we can do that.
We'll have to talk about that.
Yeah.
Next. Okay, so I want to talk about your product lines and all the things that you've got going there.
Yeah, so I've had my brow product line for about 8 years now. So those are products that I used on my clients in service. So I think one thing that sets me apart is I fill in your brows before you leave. So I style you out, everything like that. So I actually show you how to fill your brows in when you are a new client. You come to me, I'll give you a little tutorial on how to fill them in using the products that I have in my product line. I have anywhere from tinted gels, brow pencils, clear gels, I have powders. And those have just been really easy add-ons to my services, because 9 times out of 10, a client's going to buy it if they like the way that it works. So
so nice that you're showing them how it works. It's so perfect.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know how to fill their brows in.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So I think here soon I want to try and do like a how to fill your brows in class.
I'd take that.
I think a lot of people have issues filling their brows in. So I want to be able to fix that. So those are all my products that I do and stuff. But I just recently this year launched my professional tool line for other beauty professionals, which I think is fun.
That pairs nicely with the Brow Battalion trainings.
Yes. So I have my own tweezers and scissors. I have my own concealer palette, which is a highlight palette. So you can highlight the brow bone to kind of accentuate your brow surfaces. And then I have a brow brush that is dual-ended, which I've not seen before in the industry. So a lot of times we use a brow brush, you have just one end on one side. Well, it's dual together. So you can tint and then you can apply concealer afterwards with just one brush. And then I have mapping pens. So you can learn how to brow map with the pens.
And how would someone know how to access these products from you?
So my website is shopbrowsbyb.com. You can go online and buy my products. I ship anywhere in the U.S. and I do local pickup here in Wichita. So yeah.
If you find that interesting, we'll have links in our show notes so you can click and find them. So you've built this great business. You've expanded it. You've been very successful. But was there ever a time you just wanted to quit?
Absolutely. Yes. There's a specific time, it was probably 3 years ago, honestly, around this time. I had a lot of personal stuff going on. My business was I was so booked and busy all the time that I felt like my life was just consumed by my work. And yeah, I actually took 6 weeks off. I closed my business down for 6 weeks. And during that time, there was a lot of stuff going on, but I think I really needed to kind of step back and reflect and see why I needed to do my business and what it was. But I think when I decided to take those 6 weeks off, the amount of support and love I received from clients was huge. And they're like, your happiness and everything comes first. Like, you go do you for a little bit. Mm-hmm. And I think taking those weeks off really made me realize, like, wow, my job is my passion. And that's where I truly am happy. And all the stresses are going to come with that regardless. There's always something to be stressed about with being a business owner, but I think everything else outweighs all of that. I love what I do every single day. And I'm always up here, even if I'm not working, I'm doing something with my business. So yeah, there's been multiple times, that I've just been like, I can't do this anymore, but here I am.
So at the end of those 6 weeks, what changed when you came back?
Yeah, so I think the biggest thing was taking control over my schedule and not working myself to death. I think that was just the biggest thing with having just so many people on a wait list all the time. It just became exhausting. I feel like I wasn't really enjoying what I was doing anymore. I felt like a machine, honestly.
Kind of lose your why.
Yes, yeah. And so I really took a step back and just thought like, all right, these are going to be my set hours. Anything outside of those hours, it's going to be on a wait list. And if anyone cancels, that's how you'll fill that slot. And I think I'm a very type A person. My personality is so type A that it's that way or no way. Like I am that way with my policies. My clients know that. Like if you no show, you're getting charged. If you have a cancellation, like there's a charge with that. Like I've just been very black and white with the way I do my business. And I really wholeheartedly believe that's why I've grown the way that I've grown. But yeah, I just really had to take control over my job and my schedule and my life and everything. So
good for you. And I think when you have those black and white systems and boundaries, people respect them and they know what to expect from you. And it relieves a lot of pressure.
yes. And I'm like that with my forms too. I mean, I give all the info right at the get-go for all new clients. They know exactly how I do things. I have a check-in app. I have everything the way that it's supposed to be because that's how I would want to know. I want to know all the info before I go in and do anything. And I think that too is a part of the experience that I've created with my business too.
I do a lot of that with Utopia. As you know, it's very predictable, it's very black, and it's very white. So we're not revisiting policies and ideas.
Yes.
We just go the way we go.
Yep.
So if you could go back and give yourself one piece of advice back when you started, what would that be?
Probably standing firm on my policies from the get-go. I think as you grow as a business, and people are going to take you seriously when you are sticking firm with your policies. That's why we have them. That's why we have clients sign those when they first come in, because I run a tight ship here. My clients know that. I am on the dot, let them know they're ready for their appointment, and they come in. The way that I do things with my policies, I never hardly run over. I never run behind. It's because I'm very tight with my schedule and everything like that. So it was funny. There was a stylist down the hall the other day that came in. She goes, my client's 25 minutes late. Should I let her know I have to cancel her? And I said, yes, absolutely. And you charge her too. Yeah. That's just how it is. People are going to take you more seriously as a business owner, and they're going to not walk all over you because clients will begin to walk all over you if you are constantly saying, oh, it's no big deal, I won't charge you this time, or I'll waive it this time. That's one thing I think as I've gotten bigger with my business, is standing firm on my policies.
And I think that you've gotten exactly what you want from that. You have clients that respect your time, respect your craft, and know that in order to work with you, they have to work within your standards.
Yes, yeah. And it makes my business run smoothly too. I don't feel stressed when I'm at work.
And they know what to expect.
Yes, absolutely.
They know they're not going to get here and wait on you because you allowed the person before them to be 25 minutes late.
Yes, there's nothing more than I hate than having an appointment somewhere and you're sitting there waiting. I hate that.
Nobody has time for that.
No, not at all. I don't have time for that.
No. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. This has been a fun conversation.
Yes, thank you for having me. And if anyone is interested in my brow trainings, any of my products, it's on my website. Everything's linked on there. It's shopbrowsbyb.com. You can find everything you need on there. So I would love to have some new people in my new training room. So
yes, with this new beautiful space, you've got to show it off.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
And thank you for listening. Make sure that you subscribe, review, and share.
This show is part of the ICT Podcast Network. For more information, visit ictpod.net.